Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Bronze Life in Blade and Soul. Today we are going into the Dragon Scale Arena and we are going to fight another Kung Fu Master. That is the third Kung Fu Master. I am determined to get a victory over this very powerful class, and today I'm just jumping in and I'm going to see if I can make something happen. So let's get this round started, shall we? 3 seconds left on the clock. Here we go. No preparations need to be made. I am as ready as I'm ever going to be. And as you can see, I am starting off aggressive, going for that blink step early, trying to get those stuns, teleporting all over the map. It looks like I'm being very aggressive because I've got something to prove to myself and to any Kung Fu Master that wants to stand in my way from now on. But it doesn't look like she so much cares for what I have to say or do, because she is knocking me into the air and doing some pretty nice damage to me as well. She's going to take a nice lead early on by about 10%, but I'm going to land that throw dagger sneak attack and segue it into an aerial combo perfectly. I'm not going to get the flash kick off though. She's going to knock me down. When a Kung Fu Master gets you caught in a chain of attacks, it is very brutal, much like the brutal ground and pound that I just received, which is very unfortunate. Now, I'm speaking very candidly right now, but I'm actually losing this match by a significant margin. That little 10% lead that she had on me has turned into a massive 50% or so lead, and I am going to have to work really hard if I want to close that gap. Throwing the Plague Mist, she's going to fight inside the mist. I'm going to land the stun from Shadowless Step, but I'm not going to really do too much with it. I'm going to wait too long before attacking, and then my stealth is going to wear off, but I'm going to land a decoy, get some nice damage on her. I'm closing that gap. You know, I honestly didn't think I was going to have what it took to close the gap so efficiently. Coming back in with the Lotus Fury, trying to get that hook kick off in the Acid Star, but it's not going to work. It looks like things might be over. I'm running out of cooldowns at this point, and I'm not able to get that distance I need to use my assassin abilities that require a little bit of range, and it looks like she's gonna finish me off on the ground. That has a little bit of a sexual undertone, but whatever. Let's just see what we can do. You know, you never go out, you never take your hands off the keyboard. Even if you know the fight is over, you fight till the end, and that is unfortunately the end for me in the first round. Not off to a very good start. You know, I was allowing her to gain the upper hand pretty early on, and that's always a bad move in PvP. But it doesn't matter. What happened in the past is in the past. I'm going to start off jumping a little bit, and I'm not going to go for the blink step this time. I was going to try and bait her into the decoy, but I changed my mind. Got her caught in the full Plague Mist and landed a hook kick afterwards. Getting that Shadowless Step, using a high wire, turning leaf into Shadow Dash, doing a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even speak fast enough to explain what's going on right now. It looks like I am really getting serious at this point, really trying to bring back the victory. It looks like I'm upset from that last match, and I think you would be too. If you lost to two Kung Fu Masters back to back to back, and then the third one comes around and then you lose the first round, you got to take out the big guns at that point, and it looks like that is exactly what I did. That round ended so quickly, barely any time to do any sort of commentary on it. Looks like the next round is going to start right away, hitting that Shift F immediately, and she is not going to try and change any skills either. Let's see how this one goes. Starting off again with that jump into Blink Step, but it's not going to work because she's going to do an AoE on the floor, knocking me out of stealth, knocking me down, now knocking me into the air. Aerial combos are very dangerous. It's just guaranteed damage. You got to look and watch your character get beat up. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching myself get beat up, but I'm going to use that Lotus Fury to get some immunity frames, but she's going to kick me back into the air, getting more guaranteed damage. Things are not looking good for me. She's got a serious health lead coming on again, and that is not good. I'm trying to dance around her a little bit, and it looks like I'm going to do so with the Straw Doll, land a nice aerial combo of my own. I believe that is my first one for this particular round, but I am running very low on focus. It looks like I'm just going to run, try and get some distance. I don't know exactly what sort of plan that was. I put down a Lotus. Looks like I'm going to teleport to the Lotus, dash back behind her, use a Shadowless Step. This is a very close match. Gonna jump back in, kick her in the air, and it looks like it's over. Oh man, it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we just got our first win against the Kung Fu Master. That was pretty intense, I think. Wow. Now, before we close out completely, let's take a look at that ending again in slow motion. right here, I tried to use Turning Leaf, and it didn't work. It got resisted. I ended up using Shadow Dash, but it didn't work properly. It didn't put me in the stealth, and from there, I started to panic a little bit. That's obviously why I started just running, trying to get a little bit of distance, but she was not having that. She had a gap closer ready for me. Now, here's the really cool part. I put down a Lotus on the floor. I'm right next to that thing, but I'm going to teleport to it anyway, get behind her while she has her counter up. She's a little bit confused. Then I'm going to follow through with a Shadow Dance. It's going to resist the damage, so it's going to put me in stealth. I'm going to follow up again with a Shadowless Step. It's going to stun her a little bit. I'm going to throw Dagger. I'm thinking about what to do, and then I go in for the sneak attack, land some big damage, kick her in the air. That guaranteed damage is coming into play. There is nothing she can do at this point except come back down to the ground and take it. And then that was the win. That was beautiful. That was a very beautiful chain of events right there. So, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching another episode of Bronze Life. As always, I enjoyed making it, so I hope you enjoyed watching it. This has been iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy.